Welcome to Chester Zoo, commonly referred to as the best zoo in the United Kingdom. Built on 128 acres of land and home to over 37,000 animals, Chester Zoo has a mighty collection of species. And those species are housed in mostly large and exceptional enclosures. As well as caring for their own animals, Chester Zoo partakes in many conservation efforts as well. For example, the zoo launched a sustainable palm oil campaign in 2012. The first animal that you see when you enter Chester Zoo is arguably the most popular one with visitors, the Asian elephants. The zoo is home to a herd of Asian elephants, and they are housed in a sandy enclosure that is approximately 1.4 acres in size. The enclosure has multiple features, including a large pool fit with a waterfall that the elephants love. Chester Zoo has many high-quality exhibits. In my opinion, the zoo's best exhibit has to be Spirit of the Jaguar. This South American-themed exhibit is home to some of the best zoo enclosures that I've ever seen. As the name suggests, it mainly focuses on jaguars, but it is also home to other species including Andean bears and two-toed sloths. The exhibit has two main jaguar enclosures, both of which are fantastic. The outdoor enclosure has been beautifully designed, featuring lots of elevation levels, multiple waterfalls, a large pool, rocks, logs, and a lot of foliage. The indoor jaguar enclosure is just as good. It almost perfectly replicates the Amazon rainforest, and the jaguars look fantastic walking through it. Chester Zoo's most complex exhibit is called Islands. This vast area recreates 6 Southeast Asian islands: Sumatra, Sunda, Bali, Sulawesi, Papua, and Panay. Many animal species can be found here, including Sumatran tigers, Sumatran orangutans, sun bears, anoas, southern cassowaries, Javan rhinoceros hornbills, and silvery gibbons. One of the main features of the islands exhibit is a large tropical house named Monsoon Forest. This building is home to lots of species, including many free-flying birds. You can also find an impressive reptile collection here, including the unique Sunda gharial. Monsoon Forest is also the place where the indoor areas for the zoo Sumatran orangutans, silvery gibbons, and Sulawesi crested macaques can be found. Monsoon Forest isn't the zoo's only tropical house. Tropical Realm is a huge and impressive rainforest building, housing animals including multiple reptiles and birds, with some of those birds being in the same space as you. When you enter the building, you are welcomed by this stunning waterfall. The latest main attraction at Chester Zoo is its brand new snow leopard exhibit. The exhibit features 2 outdoor and 2 indoor on-show enclosures, and it is home to snow leopards called Yashin and Nubra. On top of the new snow leopard enclosure, which is now opened, A huge new African exhibit is currently being built by the zoo, and it is due to open in 2025. The exhibit will contain species including giraffes. Near to Spirit of the Jaguar is Realm of the Red Ape, a large exhibit for Bornean orangutans and La gibbons. The exhibit also has red pandas and a nice collection of reptiles, birds and insects. Some other highlights at Chester Zoo include Madagascar, home to many lemur species and one of the best fossa enclosures that I've seen. Chimp Island, a huge and lush enclosure with an impressive climbing frame for the zoo's troop of chimpanzees. Fruit Bat Forest, a nighttime adventure that brings you into the world of bats. In this fascinating walkthrough, you are surrounded by two species of bat, of two very different sizes. And also, a fantastic giant river otter enclosure, which is one of the best of its kind. On top of all of the animals that I've just mentioned, Chester Zoo has many more, including Rothschild's giraffes, okapis, black rhinos, Komodo dragons, Asiatic lions, Bactrian camels, and onagers. Chester Zoo also has a small aquarium where you can see some fascinating aquatic species up close. As well as having many modern areas, Chester Zoo also maintains some beautiful vintage buildings, such as the Oakfield, which is now a British pub in the heart of the zoo. The Oakfield was once home to the zoo's founder George Mottershead and his family. To conclude, Chester Zoo is a large and modern zoo with a vast collection of animal species, and I am sure you can see why it is rated so highly. In fact, in 2024, Chester Zoo was rated as the best zoo in the UK by TripAdvisor. Thank you for watching.